Hello guys, I hope you're doing very well today. Long time no see. I originally planned to take just a month-long break, but that somehow turned into a full-long hiatus. Hiatus. But we're back now. Even though I took a break from posting here, I actually got to draw a lot. But yeah, I've also recorded quite a few videos, so I have few lined up, so I think it will be good. And happy 2026, you guys. I genuinely can't believe it's 2026 already. My god. I hope you all had a great start of the year. Can you guys believe we are already almost 2 weeks in? Wow. Today is the 13th I'm recording this, but yeah, kinda crazy, innit? I hope your year has started off very well. I hope you guys been very productive so far. Do you guys make new resolutions? Or what are we thinking this year, Some people do think it's pretty silly, but I do like making small resolutions for myself. I don't really strictly adhere to resolutions still. I do like the feeling of new year. It feels like a fresh start, to be honest. It gives me a little bit of motivation, which I've been kind of lacking these days, to be honest. Yeah. One thing that I'm thinking of this year is to post more consistently here on YouTube, and saying it out loud now, speaking into existence, like kind of manifesting. But I actually do feel good about it. Let's see, okay? Do wish me luck. Anyway, I thought I'd catch you guys up with what I've been up to lately, This year has gotten off to a pretty rocky start, to say the least. I took a break at the beginning of this year, which I think I needed. Wasn't out of burnout or anything dramatic, but I just kind of felt lethargic for a while. Wanted to laze around and exist without doing much, I guess. Coming back from that break was kind of harder than I expected, to be honest. I couldn't quite concentrate for a while, and I would think of doing something, get up to do it, and then I'd completely forget why I was here. It was honestly very frustrating. Still, despite the hiccups, I genuinely had good time making new art this year, if you can believe it. I've fully started painting. I have painted a few drawings, I recorded new videos, and some of them I'm really proud of, which is great. 2025 honestly had its ups and downs for me. One thing that I'm really grateful for, that I got to draw a lot. Going into 2026, that's something I truly wish upon myself again. 2025 was a year. It was where I got to experiment a lot. I stepped out of my comfort zone the most, because before that I was quite scared and lost more. I'm not less lost now, but still it just feels like I've explored a lot, and I decided to learn new things, try new mediums, to take classes, and it was very fun and different. I got to draw a lot. Have I said that already? I have, right? But I have drawn a lot, which is something I'm truly proud of. That said, there have been times of confusing moments where I'm like, what am I even doing? I don't always feel like I'm making progress, because it doesn't always feel like you're making progress on a day-to-day basis. One day, after a really successful painting session, I feel amazing, and the next I'll have to start over the same painting 8 times. I'm not even kidding, you guys. Like, there was this sergeant painting, like it was a master study, and I was doing that, and I had to start over 8 times and still didn't turn out well. Days like that, I genuinely feel very hopeless. For me, it feels like my worth is like kind of tied to the painting itself, which is very sad state of existence, but it does make me very sad and very despondent, to be honest. I do try to separate myself from it, and just exist outside of my painting. It doesn't always work, but yeah. I think at one point or time you're bound to feel like that. I don't know, it's like inevitable. I feel like it's best to not to linger into that, which is something that has helped me, and I try not to, but it doesn't always work, so that's that. This up and down journey of mine, even though it didn't feel like a progress, but I do feel like I have made a little bit of progress, to be honest, because I feel more confident in the direction I'm going. I have better understanding of values and shadows and all that. I don't know if I'm at a point where I can create something original yet completely, but I do feel more confident, so yeah. I do want to continue to do more studies, good and bad, even though I haven't really posted them here, but I've also started doing master studies again. You guys remember I did sergeant study here. I had a great time with it, and ever since I wanted to continue, to be honest, but I just never really got the chance to pick it up again until last few weeks. It really has become a pet project of mine. I've only done 4 or 5 so far, and I really want to turn this into a proper series and share it here. I think it will be great fun, not just as a project, but also a way to learn from the masters. And the sergeant study that I mentioned earlier, it was the one I had to restart 8 times, was part of this series as well. Coping Sergeant has been incredibly difficult for me, to be honest, but the way his style is, like, it's very, very realistic, but also stylistic. It's just very sharp boundary there, but that is something I find incredibly hard to maintain, to be honest. I struggle with a lot. I don't know. It's just very difficult. Even though everything doesn't always go as smooth sailing, I think it will help me with the lighting and the compositions, and more so the color theory itself. I think it can be a very riveting journey. Yeah, that's another thing I've been thinking about in terms of resolution this year. You guys know I actually literally have talked about this a million times, but I haven't been feeling pretty satisfied with my art for a while before I started doing the studies. But with the studies and this new path, if you want to call it that, has literally like renewed my figure, and it's something I really want to continue, and I really hope it happens. And the 4 or 5 I've done, I cannot wait to show you guys. I do think people didn't turn out really well, so yeah, that's something I'm really excited. Even though I haven't really posted something in a while here, I did record a few videos, as I said, many videos, to be honest. The biggest hiccup I face in terms of YouTube is like the doing and editing my own voiceover, listening to my own voice. It's honestly so torturous. I don't know if you guys can relate to this or not, but I find it so grating. And I think part of it is just hearing myself back, every pause and inflections. Suddenly everything feels so exaggerated and wrong, I feel like the way I'm like, right now I'm speaking normally. When I edited this voiceover, I feel like I'm like being coy or I don't know. Makes me want to delete everything, and I've done that in the past. It's strange how familiar my voice feels when I'm speaking, but how foreign it sounds when I hear it back. And editing does make me hyper aware of it. I don't know if you can relate or not, but listening to my own voice is kind of specific, very specific kind of discomfort. So apart from that, I do enjoy making videos. I do enjoy making art, and yeah, that's what I've been up to, you guys. And and I'm genuinely grateful for it, and a little proud too, because the year before I barely made 4 drawings. I was going through a very scary time, and perfectionism held me back for a very long time. And I wouldn't say that I'm completely over it, of course not, but I feel like I can extricate myself a little bit. That really feels like a blessing to report that, to be honest. I hope I can keep moving like this and showing off, And as I said, this year didn't really start off very great mentally. I have been having tough years, to be honest, but I am hoping this year does treat me very kindly. So yeah, that's what I have been up to, you guys. I hope you guys have been very well as well. And yeah, I spend a lot of time talking about everything else apart from the painting, so let me talk about the painting itself a little bit. As you can see, it's based on a reference photo which I have put, I will put on the screen for you to see. I actually painted this a few weeks ago, or maybe just a week ago. I'm not entirely sure, everything is starting to feel very mushed up. I'm quite not 100% satisfied with the drawing itself, especially with the dress. There is a point in the middle where I felt that I really should have stopped adding color after that, but I didn't. I kept going, and I think the darker tones ended up taking the focus from the face itself, so which is something I do regret. And I didn't realize it at the time, to be honest, but when I was editing the video, then I'm like, oh my god, it was still a mistake. But regardless, there are parts I do like. The hair, for example, I do like the way I approach the hair here, which is not something I usually do, because the way I usually draw hair is very precise, but here is like very spontaneous, because here is still something I'm kind of figuring out how I want to draw it stylistically. It is something I'm still exploring, but here I'm just like working very instinctively, just going wherever it takes me. Regardless, the most important thing is the process itself was very calming. As I said, I've been having tough times, and drawing, it was very, very like therapeutic experience for me. And I'm very happy to see this progress in me, that I'm not chasing perfectionism anymore. This day I'm like more focused on the process itself than the final result, and that shift has been very healthy for me and brought me a lot of calm, to be honest. And I have really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you love watching it, I guess. I think that's all for this video, you guys. I do hope you guys have a great year this year, and I hope you guys enjoyed the holidays, and if you guys are taking it easy in the beginning of the year, maybe you want to be productive, I don't know. Please do take care of yourself, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and thanks again, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.